Hi, my name's Ciara from Ciara's Home Yoga. Welcome to day 8 in my gentle yoga series, where we move with our breath to feel more balanced and at ease. So let's get started today. You may need a block for today's practice. If you don't have one, a pillow or a cushion will do instead. We're going to start a little bit differently today. We're going to start lying down on our mat on our belly. Let's go. Lying on our belly, we'll bring our shoulders back and down and place our hands under our shoulders. Inhale up to cobra, elbows into our body. Exhale, we lower back down. And again, inhale coming up, shoulders down away from our ears. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more times, moving with our breath, and move at your own pace here. And release. On our next inhale, we'll raise our arms and our feet off the ground, bringing our arms to a W shape, and we'll breathe deeply. And lower back down. We'll bring our head to one side for a rest, before pushing ourselves back up to tabletop. Hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. Inhale, drop our belly, look up, raising our right heel to the ceiling. Exhale, rounding in our spine, bringing our knee to our nose. And again, inhale, dropping our belly, look up, heel up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, we'll reach forward with our left hand, lifting our right heel to the ceiling. Exhale, bring our elbow to our knee. And release, back to tabletop. Other side. Inhale, we'll drop our belly, look up, raise our left heel to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose. And again, inhale, heel to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose. On our next inhale, we'll lift our right arm too and reach forward. Exhale, elbow to knee, knee to nose. And release, back to tabletop. We'll cross our feet behind us now and we'll come to sitting on our mat with our legs crossed. Shoulders back and down. We'll clasp our hands behind our back and we'll move our hands away from our body, tucking our chin in very slightly here, making sure that our shoulders are down away from our ears, continuing to breathe deeply. And release. We'll make our way back to tabletop now. We'll tuck our toes and we'll raise our hips up to the ceiling, coming to our down dog. We'll have a generous bend in our knees to start, while we draw our chest to our thighs and our tailbone to the ceiling. When you're ready, we'll pivot on our toes, bend our knees to the right side of our mat, looking under our right armpit. Back to centre, swiveling to bring our heels to the right side of our mat, bending our knees and looking under our left armpit. And back to centre. When you're ready, we'll step forward with our right foot between our hands, coming up into a lunge, lowering our hips as much as feels good here. Shoulders are down away from our ears and we're coming up onto our fingertips. We'll lower our back knee to our mat, untuck our toes, and we'll raise up in our upper body. Our hips are square to the front of our mat and our pelvis is tucked. We'll bring our fingertips to our head. Inhale, we'll open to the right side of our mat. Exhale, back to centre. Inhale, we'll open to the left. Exhale, back to centre. Staying in our lunge, we'll place our left hand on our right shoulder blade and we'll draw our elbow back with our right hand. And we'll try to keep our head up straight, continuing to breathe deeply. And release. We lower our hands back to our mat and you can step back to down dog here, or you can step back to tabletop, and we'll step our left foot between our hands. Coming back up into a lunge, coming up onto your fingertips if that feels good. Lowering our hips to our mat and our back leg is nice and strong. We lower our knee to our mat, untuck our toes and raise our upper body up. Hips are square to the front, pelvis tucked. Fingertips to the back of our head. Inhale, we'll open to the left side of our mat. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, we'll open to the right. Exhale, back to center. And we'll bring our right hand to our left shoulder blade now, drawing our elbow back and down with our left hand. And breathe. Breathing like we do when we move with our breath. And release. Lowering our hands to our mat, we'll step back to tabletop. We'll open our knees as wide as our mat, sit on our heels and we'll come into child's pose. For a deeper stretch, you can use a block here, placing your hands on your block while in child's pose. And we're drawing our chest to our mat, continuing to breathe deeply. If we get lost in thought, we'll return our attention to our breath every time. And release, we'll come back up. Moving our block to one side, we'll make our way to lying down on our mat again. And we'll come to Sphinx Pose, where our feet are hip distance apart, and we'll bring our forearms to rest on our mat, making sure that our elbows are directly under our shoulders. We'll pivot on our right elbow now to bring our right hand to our left elbow, bend our left leg, and we'll hold on to our foot. If it feels good, we'll face our fingertips towards the front of our mat. And our left shoulder is back and down, continuing to breathe deeply. And release, other side. Bringing our left hand to our right elbow, bending our right leg and holding onto our foot, fingertips pointing to the front of our mat. Right shoulder is back and down. And we'll breathe deeply, breathing long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. And release. We'll make our way to sitting on our mat with our legs extended. Shoulders back and down, feet are flexed, and we'll stay in Dandasana for a breath or two, drawing our skull back very slightly, concentrating on our breath. And release. We'll come to a forward fold now, where we have a slight bend in our legs, leaning forward to find our edge, maintaining a straight spine throughout here, and breathing deeply here. We'll bring softness to our face here, checking in with our jaw muscles and behind our eyes, and letting go of any tension there. And release back to centre. We'll bring our right foot to our left inner thigh and face our upper body in line with our straight leg, and we'll lean forward to come into Janu Sirsasana. Again, maintaining a straight spine with our shoulders back and down. Our left foot is flexed and we're looking to our toes. Back to centre. Staying in this position, we'll twist to the right now, looking over our right shoulder. Our left hand comes to our right knee, and we'll place our right hand on our mat behind our back. Our left foot remains flexed here. We're not forcing in this twist, and we're twisting from our waist. And release. We'll place our right hand on our mat now, around 5 or 6 inches behind our bum, and we lift our hips up to the ceiling, reaching our left hand over our ear. Breathing deeply, feeling into this nice side body stretch. And release. We lower our hips back down, and we repeat the same on the other side. Bring our left foot into our right inner thigh, and we lean over our right leg, spine straight, shoulders back and down. Our right foot is flexed, and we'll bring our attention to our breath, breathing deeply and evenly. And release back to centre, twisting to the left. We'll increase the twist by pushing our right hand into our left knee, but we won't force in this position. And we look over our left shoulder. Right foot remains flexed. Continuing to breathe deeply. And release. We'll place our right hand on our mat now, 5 or 6 inches behind our bum, and we'll raise our hips up, reaching our top hand over our ear, making sure that our lower shoulder remains down, and breathing deeply, feeling into this nice side body stretch. And release, and we're finished for today. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, and you'll subscribe to Ciara's Home Yoga for more yoga videos like this. Thank you for practicing with me today. Take care and bye.